What NFL players bought with their first check? When NFL players sign their first contract, it immediately ushers in significant changes in their lives, often transforming them from a modest lifestyle to having full access to their every desire. You'll be amazed to hear about the choices these athletes made once they reach the professional league. Here's a look at what NFL players purchased with their first paychecks. Let's start with Patrick Mahomes, the 2023 Super Bowl MVP. When he received his first paycheck, he invested in a penthouse in Kansas City for $485,000 back in 2017. It was a significant step up from his previous living situation. However, as his career soared, he didn't waste time upgrading. Mahomes eventually sold his penthouse and purchased a mansion for $1.9 million. He also secured an ownership stake in the Kansas City Royals. It's quite the upgrade for Mahomes, who has certainly made his mark in the NFL record books. Moving on to the 2023 Super Bowl runner-up, Jalen Hurts. When Hurts was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, he was eager to familiarize himself with the city. During a shopping spree, he splurged on $1,000 worth of Philadelphia Bomber jackets at the mall. Additionally, he indulged in a Philly cheesesteak from Larry's, and as a gesture of goodwill, he donated around $60,000 to various charities to support the local community. Hurts not only embraced the city's culture but also gave back, setting a positive example for other aspiring athletes. Now, let's see how the next player allocated their first significant paycheck. After Matt Judon was drafted, he decided to celebrate by visiting his beloved fast food joint, Taco Bell. During an interview with reporters, he expressed that he anticipated having more money than he would know how to manage. While contemplating how to allocate the remainder of his wealth, he simply enjoyed a chalupa at Taco Bell. Despite its deliciousness, it might not be the most extravagant choice. Perhaps there could have been more exciting options. Next, we have another exceptional running back, Maurice Jones-Drew, who made a unique decision with his first NFL paycheck. Standing at just 5 feet 6 inches and weighing 220 pounds, Jones-Drew had a unique build that made him quite elusive on the field. However, his first NFL paycheck didn't come easy. In his very first preseason game, Jones-Drew's excessive celebrating led to the forfeiture of his initial earnings, teaching him a lesson in sportsmanship. Eventually, when he did receive his first paycheck, he decided to splurge on a rather unusual but meaningful purchase. Heath Evans and Maurice Jones-Drew showcased how NFL players have diverse approaches to managing their first paychecks, each reflecting their personal preferences and values. Ryan Shazier, upon being drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers with the 15th pick in the first round, appeared poised for a successful NFL career. Shazier's incredible speed and skills on the field made him a promising prospect. His initial mindset likely convinced him that he was set for life. As a result, he decided to celebrate his newfound status by purchasing a brand new Porsche. This flashy sports car would surely turn heads and draw attention. However, Shazier's NFL journey didn't unfold as expected. In his 4th season, he experienced a devastating injury that ultimately prevented his return to the NFL. This turn of events surely served as a reminder that professional athletes must manage their finances wisely, ensuring they have a secure financial future. For some players like Shazier, a lavish sports car may be an appealing purchase, while others prefer to avoid the attention that comes with such extravagant acquisitions. Regardless, each player's approach to managing their finances varies, shaped by their unique circumstances and personal preferences. Chris Long, who was selected 2nd overall in the 2008 NFL Draft, took a rather unique approach when it came to his first car purchase. Instead of going for a flashy and extravagant vehicle, he opted to purchase a used sedan from an elderly woman. His reasoning was simple. He didn't want to draw too much attention or come across as overly showy, especially in the presence of the veteran players on his team. However, it turned out that the seasoned veterans hardly noticed, as they were preoccupied with their own indulgent purchases, such as Bentleys and Cadillacs. In time, Chris Long recognized that he didn't need to be so reserved in his choice of vehicle. Young athletes entering the NFL often face the decision of whether to make a statement with a luxurious purchase or blend in with something more inconspicuous. Ultimately, the choice depends on individual preferences and the dynamics within the team. These athletes certainly work hard to earn their first paychecks in a grueling sport like football, and how they choose to spend that money varies widely. When it comes to flashy purchases, CJ Mosley exemplified the idea that there's absolutely nothing wrong with indulging in something extravagant. Mosley, known for being an athletic powerhouse, capable of excelling in every aspect of the game during his college days, was drafted 17th overall by the Baltimore Ravens. To celebrate his entrance into the NFL, Mosley received a substantial rookie signing bonus of $7.5 million. Upon receiving his hard-earned check, Mosley decided to splurge on a diamond-encrusted watch. The linebacker proudly showcased his custom jewelry on his Instagram page, and his investment in this luxurious timepiece marked the beginning of a very successful NFL career. It's safe to say that the watch was a dazzling, heavy piece of ice, symbolizing Mosley's entry into the elite world of professional football. This bold move also reflected his desire to stand out and make a statement as he embarked on his promising journey in the league. The next player on our list had a somewhat different approach to seeking recognition without extravagant spending. Nate Burleson received his initial paycheck from the NFL, a substantial sum of $529,000. With this newfound wealth, he decided to treat himself to a Cadillac Escalade, a stylish choice for cruising around Minnesota. However, what he did next might raise an eyebrow or two. Burleson used part of his earnings to purchase fake jewelry, including a counterfeit watch and a replica chain. His rationale for these acquisitions was that, as a famous football player, he believed that no one would suspect the jewelry was fake. It's quite an interesting perspective, but it's also worth noting that many NFL players grapple with financial management, which can lead to questionable spending decisions during their playing careers. Despite this choice of imitation jewelry, Burleson's subsequent career would take him to the broadcast booths as an NFL analyst, where he has found success away from the field. While many NFL players fall into the pattern of money mismanagement, there are exceptions, and one of these exceptions is Chad Ochocinco. Formerly known as Chad Johnson, when Ochocinco first entered the league, he had a clear plan: save as much money as possible until he had established himself in the NFL. During his entire rookie year, he received permission to sleep at the stadium. He refrained from dating, didn't make extravagant purchases, and stayed focused on his goal of becoming the greatest wide receiver in the world. This dedication paid off when he led the NFL in receiving yards in 2006, eventually amassing over 1,000 receiving yards in 7 separate seasons. Despite his financial success, he maintained a frugal lifestyle, a testament to his commitment to saving money. Colin Kaepernick, a talented young quarterback, had an impactful NFL career marked by his peaceful protest against police brutality and racial injustice. When he signed his first NFL contract, he didn't just prioritize himself and his loved ones. Kaepernick donated money to his adopted parents and made a commitment to allocate a significant portion of his earnings to various charitable causes. He pledged to donate $100,000 every month for 10 months to organizations addressing issues such as the school-to-prison pipeline, policing reform, equal education, and justice for Black and brown lives. These stories show that NFL players, regardless of their career outcomes, have the capacity to make a difference and show appreciation for their loved ones when they receive their first NFL paycheck.